And a sleepy Central Texas town could get a huge investment soon.
We're still waiting on Samsung to announce the final decision for where to build their $17 billion manufacturing facility here in the U.S. And Taylor is still in the running. It's a popular idea among a lot of people living in Taylor.
And if Samsung picks Taylor, it could change the housing market drastically. Here's KVUE's Mike Maroot.
A quiet neighborhood just a few blocks away from downtown Taylor.
I said, now don't you be telling people about this here, you know.
Captures the idea of small town Texas.
It's a small town. It's a country town.
And this neighborhood, with tire swings and open bird feeders hanging from the trees, is where you can find Nanette Marino.
M-A-R-I-N-O, like Dan.
Sitting outside the house she rents.
Got to meet a lot of the country people that are out in the country with the livestock and all that, and just wonderful, absolutely wonderful people.
She's only lived here for a few years.
I just love it here.
But is already considering moving to an even smaller town.
I have a friend who owns properties in Thrall. Shh! Don't say anything.
With Samsung considering building a new facility just a few miles away, this quiet neighborhood could soon be swamped with new neighbors.
I think we'll see a lot of commercial development, we'll see single family development, and you'll see a lot more people starting to consider Taylor for residency.
Romeo Manzanilla is the former president for Austin Board of Realtors and lives in Williamson County. If Samsung moves here, it could bring 1,800 long-term jobs. And he says home buyers will follow the money.
You're going to have buyers and investors that are looking very seriously at Taylor because, again, affordability as well as some of the cash flow from an investment opportunity.
You don't always find communities like that anymore.
Natalie Kiefer runs her own realty company. Even though she's in Austin, she thinks the Taylor-Hutto corridor could be the next big boom.
I think it's a little gem. So it would not surprise me if that becomes the next place to go.
And even though Marino wants Taylor to stay a little gem, she knows Samsung coming to town could be a big treasure trove for neighbors.
As far as jobs in Taylor, there's not a whole lot of them. So it's a great opportunity for the growth of the community.
In Taylor, I'm Mike Maroot.
Mike, thanks. Now, for the past decade, Taylor has stayed a small Texas town. Between 2010 and 2020, Williamson County's population grew by 44%, but Taylor's population only grew by about 7% and now has just over 16,000 people living in Taylor.